What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Cork to Glory. This is episode number 27. And we start today's episode off with Luton Town taking us on at Turner's Cross on the back of the 1-1 draw against Swansea City. Luton, of course, the Hatters came out with us and Barnsley last season. Barnsley, of course, won League One. We were runners-up. And Luton, who pushed us basically every step of the way, in the end fell into the playoffs, but managed to get through, get promoted, via the playoffs. And so taking them on here, as the lads from Kenilworth Road will come to take us on in Ireland. We've been on a really inconsistent run of form lately. When I say inconsistent, I mean pretty poor. So heading into this game, I mentioned it in the very last episode, when we have these sort of matches against teams that are below us in the table right now, and we're at home, where we're far better, we need to make sure we get all 3 points and not just a 1. And in the first half, Eamon Cunningham gives us the lead, makes it 1-0 with 11 minutes to go. It's goal number 10 for our number 9 as Samuel Bell doubles the score and gives us our first win in several attempts. Final score, Cork City 2, Luton 0. Finally, we get back to winning ways, and as we officially reached the halfway stage of the season, this is where we are. That win has put us up to 14th place in the table right now. 26 points on the board. It's crazy tight though, you know, from 13th place QPR 27 to 19th place Blackburn Rovers. There's only 4 points separating all those teams there. So whilst we are quite a few points off the bottom 3 right now, where Preston, Barnsley and Huddersfield, who are rooted to the bottom of the table, occupy those relegation spots, there's still a long way to go. We're only at the halfway point, and whilst we are keeping our heads above water right now, there is still a very long way to go, and I'm not taking anything for granted, man. We could still finish in a relegation dogfight, or in the top half of the table, or even pushing for an outside chance at the playoffs as well. Half a season still remaining, and it's anyone's guess as to how the second half of the season is going to go. Regardless, you saw the top scorer, assist and clean sheets charts at the halfway point as well. Samuel Bell is into double digits and in the top 10 as well, but way off João Pedro right now. 5 goals, the Hornet striker as he leads the race in the race for the Golden Boot. Bazunu, though, I think he had 9 clean sheets already this season. He's going for the Golden Glove this year. And as we were progressing through to our second of 6 games in today's episode, the FA Cup third round was drawn as well. We've got Lincoln City, the lads from Single Bank, coming to take us on there at Turner's Cross. I feel pretty confident now of taking out the lower league side and getting through to the 4th round. Of course, last season, don't forget, going all the way to the last 16, only to be knocked out by Tottenham Hotspur away from home. I tell you what, the board has said round of 32, so that's getting through to the 4th round. I'd love it if this season we get to the last 16 again, possibly even the quarterfinals. Imagine how amazing that would be in season 3. Still following on from a goalless draw away against Brentford. Really great goalless draw there on the road against one of the strongest sides in the division right now. Taking on Nottingham Forest for our 3rd of 6 in today's episode. Right from the very first whistle, staying in attack mode. And again, I mentioned it so many times now, but there's something about playing at Turner's Cross that makes me feel so much more confident. When I'm away from home and I'm in England, I just seem quite conservative with my play style. Don't force as many bodies forward. My play isn't as direct, not as attack-minded, but at home, I feel like whoever we face, and particularly the sides that are around us in the table or below us like Nottingham Forest were, I just feel so confident of getting the win, always. A 1-0 victory there. Cunningham once again, 2nd goal in 3 for Eamon. He's been absolutely fantastic this season. Once again, playing with a chip on his shoulder, I think, after we snubbed him for captaincy duty. But for our 4th of 6 games in today's episode here, Reading at Turner's Cross, once again, targeting a big 3 points here against Andy Rinomhota and his Royals. Early on into the game, we won 2 successive corners here as Leo Yates was causing danger, as he does from these set pieces. And at the second time of asking, whilst his first header was cleared off the line, the second one finds the back of the net, and Cork take the lead with Leo's 3rd goal in the championship already. We're not even at Christmas yet. In fact, this is Christmas Day. This was the Christmas Day fixture, and Leo Yates gives us another gift. Look at this, man. He's just too big and strong. Beats 3 Royals in the air, heads it past the goalkeeper as well for goal number 3 this season. And I mentioned this very briefly as well in the episode when I talked about and I compared the corners we take to Rory Delap's long throw-ins. I said it, you know, whenever we have a corner and we float it in towards Leo in the 6-yard area, it's never fully cleared, like ever. The goalkeeper can't claim it because there's too much pressure, so we can never just claim and catch the ball comfortably. So we either fist it back up in the air, or it's headed off the line, or it's headed onto the bar by Leo, or whatever. But there's practically always a second chance for us if we can't convert at the first modest time of asking. So Leo makes it 1-0 whilst the Royals would get back on level terms 10 minutes after the restart. We're back in front, and it's that man once again. So good they named him twice, Samuel Bell. What a chip. And you know, it's funny, obviously you guys said in the comments, and I've been saying in the comments really since the series began, about if we need a striker for the future. Unsurprisingly, you guys keep on recommending me Troy Parrott. Troy Parrott, of course, the Spurs striker. You guys keep saying in the future he could be your number 9. Well, that is a fantastic shout, and he's certainly got the potential to be our number 9 in the future once we've got enough money to buy him. But I tell you, Samuel Bell is not going to let go of that number 9 shirt without a fight. The Cameroonian is just incredible, man. What a goal to win us the game in a 2-1 victory, and another win for Cork City here as we go into our best run of form this season and taking on the Terriers here, 29 minutes away in Yorkshire. Right now, rock bottom and rooted to the Championship. We've got the worst away record in the division. We've only won once. That was at Deepdale against Preston. I thought if there was ever a game away from home where we should get the win, it's this one here. Bell with another makes it 1-0. Then 7 minutes after the restart. God, it's always Leo Yates, man. Every time I surrender possession with a poor piece of footwork, it's always Leo Yates. Couldn't clear the ball on time. The Terriers back on level terms with 12.5 minutes to go. Oh man, they are struggling so much. They thought they were going to pick up a big point here against Cork, but 12 minutes on the clock, still tied at 1-1. He does it once again. So good they named him twice. Samuel Bell at the double. 3 goals in 2 games and wins it for us with just over 10 minutes remaining on the clock. Final score, Huddersfield Town 1, Cork City 2. Massive 3 points there, and 3 straight wins for Cork City and 4 in our last 5 championship games as well. We're on a horrendously poor and inconsistent run of form. This is the best run of form we've been in all season long. What a way to close out the calendar year of 2022. This is the best form we've had so far in the Championship. So big win there against the Terriers. And for our final game of today's episode, it would be the FA Cup third round. Lincoln City, lower league, coming to take us on at Turner's Cross here as we aim to progress through to the 4th round for the second time in 3 years. 90 minutes in, we have the early lead. It's Eamon Cunningham with the goal as he makes it 1-0. So important to this team now with 18 minutes to go. I love it. I just love doing this so much, and I love this man. Do it with me, guys. Do it with me. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Leo. You just love big Leo, man. He's an absolute tank and literally unstoppable from corners. Second goal in 4 for big Leo. Cork City 2, Lincoln 0. Progress to the 4th round, all but secured as Gerard Morrissey, who was given the start and the captain's armband in this game for his final game for the club, as this was New Year's Eve, and he'd leave tomorrow to go to, I think it's Saudi Arabia he's off to. He gets a farewell standing ovation as he leaves the club. But it's a new era here at Cork City. We talked about it. We're in the Championship now. We've changed our captain. We sold a lot of the OGs this season as well. And for Cork City, the good times keep on rolling. 5 wins in 6 in all competitions. Best run of form all season long. And we're in to the FA Cup 4th round. Big win there, 3-0 at the final score. So farewell skipper, farewell to Gerard. He has indeed gone to Saudi Arabia. Best for both parties though. 31 years old, only had a year and a half left on his deal. Fact of the matter is, if he didn't leave the club and go somewhere else, I would have just released him and he'd be banished to the Shadow Realm. So I think Morrissey going and getting a contract elsewhere was the best thing for him and for us as well, as we officially have the new era here at Cork City as our official club captain has now officially left, and Rory Keenan takes it fully with Sharky the vice captain and Leo third in command as well. And as we look at the scouting update as we begin January and the transfer window opens as well, I did put a couple of players in my academy here, but now we've got a full youth squad. It's at that awkward stage where I've got to start rejecting and releasing players from my youth squad in order to pick new youngsters up. I hate to do that, I really do, but as I mentioned very briefly in a recent episode, I think now we've got to be a lot more selective with our players. You know, when players are in our academy and they don't have more than what you would consider to be like 81, 82 potential minimum, as we know, potential ranges do drop. We've got to be more strict now and only look for the best, the creme de la creme type of youth players. I think in our academy right now, the guy that excites me the most is probably Gillies, the Scottish attacking midfielder that we've trained up. There's still quite a few players in that do look really decent though, but again, as the potential range continues to drop, a couple of players will probably be leaving before the end of this season. So that will do it then for today's episode of Cork to Glory, guys. We're on the back of our best run of form in the season so far. We're up to 12, yes, for the first time this season with 19 games to go. We're in the top half of the championship table. Long way to go. Anything can happen, but if we can keep this form up, touch wood, fingers crossed, I'll whisper it very quietly, we could have a chance at an outside shot of a playoff place. Long way to go though. Long way to go. This is the Cork to Glory, guys. We thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for a quadruple upload weekend of Cork to Glory very soon.